I've had a guy who I spoke to 12 months ago, and when he come to me, straight away I knew he had some big problems, and it was an overdrawn loan account that was the big problem. He owed the company money, okay? I could see it on the balance sheet. I knew that that overdrawn loan account had gone up since his last set of accounts because he was still taking money out of the business in his head as a dividend when it was clearly insolvent. And when you've got an overdrawn loan account, the first thing I'm going to ask you, I'm going to go, listen, it's an awkward conversation, this. But what have you got to protect personally? You know, have you got property? If you've got a property, what's your equity in that property? Are you married? Do you have personal debt? Do you have buy-to-lets? Do you have savings? And not only had this guy got an overdrawn loan account, but it had gone up considerably since his last set of accounts. He was wealthy on paper. He was skint in the bank, but on paper he had a lot of assets and he had a lot of equity in those assets. And when I worked this out, like, it was going to cost him over 100 grand. And that was a good deal, because when you've got an overdrawn loan account, you can still get discounts and deals done most of the time. So it wasn't even a cheap liquidation, but it was a cheaper liquidation than what I was saying, because I'm saying, listen, it's going to cost you 100 grand this. Anyway, you know, as night turns into day, a few months later, he got back in touch with me. And he says, I'm being pursued for the full amount, and he owed the company 200 grand. And he was having to remortgage his house, and he was paying almost most of it back. You can lead an horse to water. And if we give you this advice and you decide not to take it and you go out elsewhere and it costs you a lot more money, that's your fault. And again, this guy's problem is he's focusing on the cost to liquidate, not on what the cost of it's going to be in total.